that the 67 days I've been going at it, like, normally when you do kind of a health kick, it kind of lasts, well, let's say it's a month. I don't think I've ever done a health kick that's been this long. Okay, Kara's warmed up. I'm putting you in here. This is just a quick update. I'm not really particularly talking to anyone except my dear Dora, myself, to be honest. We have Pilates on this morning. And yeah, that'll be my first exercise for the day. First 45-minute exercise of the day, but it's inside. So that means this afternoon, rain or shine, we have to be doing outdoors exercise. I'm going to be honest, guys, this morning I woke up. I normally wake up on, let's go, I know Fridays is my Pilates day. I was looking at my phone going, is there a note from my Pilates teacher? Oh my gosh. Is there a note from my Pilates teacher saying Pilates is cancelled? So I could sleep in. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've definitely noticed in the last week, probably 2 weeks, I am being a lot more suki lala in the morning. I'm going to be honest. I've been a lot more suki lala in the morning, meaning I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to numb out and just be a lizard and lie in the sun, basically. So yeah, it's very interesting. And look, I think it could be diet because I've just come off like a keto diet for 2 weeks. Is it keto? I don't know. What's the diet where you don't eat any sugar? I mean carbs. I think it's keto. Look, again, I don't partake in any particular diet. I don't think diet's a really great word. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it hurts a lot more people than it actually helps. But in 75 Hard, you need to pick some kind of health regime diet and stay with it. The only diet that I've ever done that has remotely helped me has been one called R3. And it means 3 sessions of 2 weeks, reset, reintroduce, and I think it's relive. No, I don't know what the third one is. I can't remember. But that's real life. Okay. Reset, reintroduce, real life. 3 R's. And basically, it's supposed to be a way to live where you don't deny yourself. But it feels like it in the first 2 weeks, okay? Hear me out. So the first 2 weeks, you have no sugar at all. No sugar. So even fruit have fructose, right? Fructose. Not bad for you, but in this 2 weeks, you're not allowed to have it. So you're basically trying to get your body into keto. I believe that's what they try to do. And then in the next 2 weeks, you reintroduce carbs. So the idea is to have a healthy mindset with food, because by taking it all out, like, I guess cold turkey, so to speak, you're trying to rebuild better habits. So that's why it works for me, because it's like you're not really denying yourself, except for the first 2 weeks. And then the second in the reintroduce, which is I'm in right now, I am reintroducing carbs and sugars. But because you've starved yourself of that, technically, funnily enough, I'm not craving it as much as I thought I would be. Like a couple of days before I finished, I was like wanting to attack anything possible. Like I saw someone eating kebab, I wanted to like jump on them and eat their kebab. I saw someone eating chips, I wanted to lean over the table and, get a chip where they notice. Like honestly, it was surreal, like the feelings I wanted to do with food. And I had 2 mangoes bought to me on the Saturday lunch. And so I couldn't have those mangoes till Monday morning, because that's part of my, that's when I start my new fortnight. And funnily enough, I joked around and said I'm going to set my alarm for 1 o'clock in the morning so I can, go up and have attack my mango. You know what? I did not. I went about my business. I went to Pilates, came home, had some breakfast, and then had my mango. So it wasn't like I was craving it. So it was really interesting. Really interesting. So now I'm kind of introducing fruit back in, but not at a mad rate. Like, I'm a bit of a madman with fruit. I love fruit. I think it's God's gift. I love fruit. You put a punnet of blueberries in front of me, this punnet is gone. Gone. Punnet of raspberries, gone. Blackberries, gone. Like, punnet's only kind of small, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not anyone, right? But I don't think we're supposed to eat, like, overindulge in anything, right? Like, they say everything in moderation. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but it kind of makes sense now to me in my head. So, anyway, moral of my story is I haven't OD'd on bread either, but I wanted to share something, guys, and I thought this might be very interesting, right? As I said, my body's been quite clean in the last 2 weeks, right? Well, in the last friggin' 67 days, right? No alcohol, no takeaway food. I've really depleted my body of all the bad shit. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. And yesterday, you saw there was a 4-hour live, guys, a 4-hour live with my friend Gabriella, doing part 4 of my Mexican altar put together. I don't know what I'm calling it. We made bread, the Day of the Dead bread, which is pan dia de los Mortes. I can never say it properly. Anyway, I'm not Hispanic, obviously. I used to live in Mexico, that's why I love the tradition. And then I lost my dad 8 years ago, and then the tradition became very, very real to me, and it helped me with my grief. So if you're interested in that series, there is a series called Day of the Dead series. Check it out. And there'll be another series, another version, part 6 tonight, which is probably in 12 hours or so. But yesterday I had some bread. Now, I haven't had any bread since, I guess, 3 weeks ago, right? In the real life section of my diet. And I wasn't overdoing it. But yesterday I had some bread. And it was very dense. So I only needed a little bit. But interestingly enough, obviously it's bad carbs, like it's white sugar and stuff like that, right? Yeast and flour. My knee it's flared up this morning. I woke up and I was a little bit stiff. So this is the reason why I didn't spring out of bed this morning, guys. And I thought to myself, I wonder if it's because I had bad bread, so to speak. Not bad bread. Like, I'm not talking about it as being bad, but what I'm trying to say is bad carbohydrates. So, there's such thing as good carbohydrates. I don't know what they are. Someone can tell me. But, like, I guess there's better choices than starchy white bread. I guess that's my point. So, I guess my body's a little bit inflamed. So, I have a diagnosis, and the diagnosis is quite a bad knee. My left knee has got severe osteoporosis, like it's a 70-year-old knee, and I'm only just 50. So I don't want to accept that. I have gone to a podiatrist, not a podiatrist, a physio, and the physio said to me, don't look at the diagnosis. You spring out of bed, you feel good about yourself. You're walking 30 days, you're walking this and that, hiking. You're good. Don't look at the diagnosis. Because he said people come into his physiotherapist and they can hardly walk and they don't even have a diagnosis. So, love your life. But my point is, I'm pretty good in general, except this morning I woke up and my knee's a little swollen. Look, I can still walk and walk and talk and do all the things, right? And I could go for jump and joy. I was just a bit stiff this morning. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that maybe there is something in that when you've been eating quite cleanly and then you have some white bread, so to speak, and I only had a little bit, it inflamed with my body. So interesting. And I'm feeling, I just didn't want to get out of bed this morning. But anyway, I'm at Pilates now, and Pilates is on because my friends are there. Because last week I started doing this live, and I thought I was going to be doing an update, and then realized Pilates wasn't on. So Pilates is well and truly on. We've got to go and do Pilates. So anyway, did I say 69 or 68? The Source. Hey, mate. I've got to go, guys. Happy days.